my sophomore year in high school, I made friends with a little Irish girl named Jenny. She invited me to her house, and after permission from my mother, of course, I gladly accepted. But what a different house. I saw something run past me. It was yapping and barking. Was that a dog? In the house? Why isn't that thing out in the yard? And if it is in the house, how come it's not chained to the radiator? What's wrong with these people? Jenny's mother invited me to stay over for dinner. What an experience. Jenny had this little sister, and she used her spoon to clang on the glasses and sing all through dinner. Jenny's mother clapped along and encouraged this. I had a Puerto Rican mother. That was some smackdown shit. If you did that shit in my house. And on Jenny's table, there were like these bowls. There was a bowl for potatoes and a bowl for vegetables. We didn't do that shit in my house. Any Puerto Ricans up in here, you know, your mother took your plate. She took that big old serving spoon. She walked up to the stove and she put that shit on your plate. That's called terosiro. Now Jenny's little sister eventually spilled her milk. I'm ready to hit the deck. I'm thinking this poor child is going to get yelled at. Something's going to happen here. Instead, something happened that amazed me. The child started crying, but that's not what amazed me. What amazed me was Jenny's mother's reaction. She said, "It's okay, sweetheart. There's no need to cry. Mommy will clean it up. There's no need to cry over spilt milk." What? Oh, hell no. I had an old school Puerto Rican mother. You didn't spill shit in my house. And if you did, oh, it was a completely different outcome. It will go something like this. You spill the milk, you get your ass kicked. Jenny also spoke to her mother in ways that I would never even dream of speaking to my mother. Like the one day, Jenny didn't make her bed, and Jenny's mother said, "Jenny, darling, I noticed this morning when you went to school, you didn't fix your bed." Jenny turned around and said, "Mother, you were in my room?" What? Jenny's mother started apologizing and told Jenny to forget about it. Forget about it, sweetheart. Honey, sweetheart, honey. Don't, it's okay. She told Jenny that for the next month she would make Jenny's bed. And then she told Jenny to just forget. "I will make your bed for the next month. Just go, forget I said anything, you just go, sweetheart, go. You go play with your little Puerto Rican friend." Huh. The next day, I don't fix my bed. Because I've been hanging out with Jenny. I don't fix my bed because I'm going to go home and I'm going to teach my Puerto Rican mother how teenagers in this country must be feared and respected. That's right. I got my ass kicked. And I wound up making her bed for the next year. That was so many years ago. My mother, she grew old and frail. And it took everything I had not to show her how my heart was breaking to see her like that. One day when I was in the hospital with her, I saw her reaching over. I couldn't figure out what she was trying to do. She's reaching over, and as she reaches over, She spills the milk. I start getting flashbacks like you couldn't believe. Now, who's kicking whose ass tonight? My eyes turn red, and my voice starts sounding like something that comes from out of The Exorcist, and I roar. She turns, she looks at me, she jumps out of her bed, and she grabs her little walker. She tries to run from me by running around that little hospital tray on wheels. I'm like, No te muevas, don't you, girl. Don't you. Mira, carajo, coño, mira. And then I stop there and I stand and I look, I say, why am I even chasing? I mean, look at it. All I have to do is walk around the bed and kick the walker out from the top. That's right. I'm just kidding. Hey. You rest in peace, Mom. And thanks for the material.
It seems that curly hair has fallen even further out of fashion. That the big hair of the 80s has become a thing of the past. Now, there was once a time that my neighbors told me that they were envious of my frizzy hair. We have to pay lots of money to